been a princess, crown out of thorn, pretty little summer dress, fabric is torn. You got my interest, and when I see you, I wanna free you, bring you out of everything troubling your life. But it's your kingdom, and I'm just another knight.
The opening shot of this television program sees Tunney and her fiancé pass a Shriner's bus, only to end up in a collision after missing an octagonal, thus Giza and K2 resonant stop sign. The Stargate Queen has entered the Twilight Zone, where she encounters and photographs through the bullseye of her camera lens, checker design, and the Stargate grid page target. Indeed, the target symbol follows our holy mountaineer around like a duck to water as we see her inside the crosshairs again while becoming Princess Diana resonant as the victim of the malicious paparazzi. The Zodiac Killer used the rose cross or target as his symbol, and as a character in a secret cipher, very much akin to Crowley's grid page. On the poster for the 2005 film version, the grid emanates from the killer's third eye region, and the most central diagonal passes near the target, synchronistically entraining with the grid page, and ending right on the Stargate Queen's name. There is a humorous bit of conspiracy lore that Crowley taught Winston Churchill the peace or V for victory sign, which this film chooses to show right as Tunney's name appears. The film Cherish gives us another bullseye as the poster has the concentric circles pulling our attention to Robin's chained leg, a symbol of the GPS tracker she receives after being framed for murder by her stalker. The zebra in her office becomes very relevant shortly. Her police officer love interest is able to find her on the world grid using the GPS and giving us another Tunney grid bullseye. Robin is the very first patient of House MD in the pilot episode and gets the bullseye of the X-ray machine trained on her leg and the Philips product placement treatment. The Philips head being the most Stargate resembling of all screws. The staff give Tunney the nickname Zebra for reasons I wasn't able to properly discern.
Alright, ASAP. Let's find out what kind of zebra we're treating here.
I puzzled about the zebra sync, feeling it had a visual affinity to the primary colored checkerboard that has led to the Checker Chariot or Taxi of the Gods theme explored in the video of the same name and the Contact Check series. A Ferris Moon cracked this problem by pointing out the black and white animals or the Sphinx on the Chariot tarot cards. We can now appreciate how both the grid and its relative, the checkerboard, with the white and black motif, resonate and probably emanate originally from the Sphinx of Giza, the guardian or guardians of the Tree of Life, the Grail, or the Stargate. Robin Tunney, our Stargate Queen Zebra, thus resonates with the Birds of Noah and the Sphinx of Giza. In Prison Break, the Noah bird, Robin, can be seen standing on the checkered floor and walking through the Masonic resonating globe-topped portal leading to the Octagon, but most exciting, finally driving off in a checker cab.
Take a twirl here. Good.
Target strange attracting Tunney in an uncustomary temporary lapse of judgment gives away her position on the world grid to a henchman of the Vice President seeking to end her days. We move from earthly representations of the vehicle that accesses the divine, like the Checker Chariot, to the non-terrestrial spaceship, actually opening a vortex, through an aperture and a target bullseye. The Stargate Queen lives up to her name by jumping in supernova, in no less illustrious company than James Spader, the original Stargate veteran. The film is smothered in grid symbolism, often with the Grail in its alien thingamajig disguised, shaped like the female birth portal or vesica, smack centered in the crosshairs of the Stargate symbol. In this specific shot, for instance, we have a grid, target, and diagonal imposed over, redundantly, Stargate resonant Spader's face.
This moon was expelled from orbit around its original star system and is now classified as a rogue body.
Rogue moon.
To summarize, we have the grid and target elements present in Crowley's grid page, all resonant of Giza, with the emphasis on an alien artifact at the other side of a Stargate. Retrieving this object is the K2 Mountaineer Tunney and Stargate Film Spader. A picture starts to develop, but I don't think it is yet clear until another member of this medical crew in Supernova, Angela Bassett, helps bring it into focus. We can connect Crowley's target symbol to Himalayan mountains by following Colin Farrell's career and combining his roles as Pharaoh and Himalayan explorer Alexander and the character Bullseye. In Daredevil, our Pharaoh has the target over his third eye point while fighting Ben Affleck as the title hero. Putting both Ajna-related sync hits together, we have the grid emanating from the Zodiac. Note the suggestive Oz 77 pan crop. And the target on Bullseye's third eye, both pointing, in this context, at Himalayan mountains. The skyline of New York and Miramax Films brings us Hollywoodland, where Ben Affleck returns as Superman actor George Reeves, who becomes engaged to aspiring opportunistic actress Robin Tunney.
Superman wants to get laid.
The Stargate Queen now resonates with Lois Lane, as a partner of Superman who has traveled to the Himalayas herself. We learn of Superman's travels prior to his role as hero, seeing him visiting in one panel side by side Giza and the Himalayas. While scaling a peak with a monk who promises enlightenment, Lois learns that Superman has climbed this very summit. Taking this as a sign, she decides to fulfill her engagement and marry Superman. The pattern repeats as if to confirm the validity of the sync in classic Superman Flash race. Bear in mind that the Flash is a Thoth resonator. The UN, with their Thoth McDuck resembling cross-quarter, map and bullseye logo, proposition the heroes to help raise money with a round-the-world race and sweepstakes. After encountering numerous geodetic and Giza resonant symbols, we note that two of the locales visited in the race are the holy mountains of Giza and the Himalayas. Taking all the Giza Rose Cross and target synchronicities into account, one gets the feeling that Giza, as navel of the world, was an early Greenwich, the original prime meridian, and origin of geodetics.
But I got no other choice, soon I'll be across the border. Tour mode, I'm leaving in the AM, but I wanna spend this evening breathing in your fragrance. Too long since I've seen my better half.